All right, are you getting excited? Probably a little nervous too, but I want you to be excited. You're ready for your jewelry show. Maybe you're watching this before your training show. I do hope so. But I want to encourage you, not only watch it before your training show, watch it again after your training show and go over some of the notes that you wrote down while your sponsor was doing your training show for you. Then you might even want to watch this again before you do your first show. Just even listening to it while you're getting your supplies ready and packing up your jewelry, that would be a great idea. And make sure that you also practice this one time before you do it in front of your first group of girls. You'll just feel better if you've lined up the dog and the stuffed animals and a child or two and tell them, oh, too bad, you have to listen to mom do a jewelry show. That's okay. Practice. You are going to be nervous at your first few jewelry shows. I thought, oh my goodness, my knees are knocking, my voice is quivering. My first jewelry show was 7 minutes long. I am not kidding, and I read off of cards. So that's just how we all start. Now I could do a 2-hour jewelry show, but nobody'd want to come. So it doesn't matter. If your jewelry show is 7 minutes long, or if it's 20 minutes long, or if you get like those of us that have been doing it for a while and you have to struggle to keep it under 30. That's okay. Everyone's going to have a good time. Here's what I want you to focus on. Premier is about enriching lives. It's not about sales. It's not really even about jewelry. It's about having fun with the guests and the hostess that's invited you into her home. It's about looking for opportunities to serve her. And guess what? You have that built inside of you, so you do not have to be a model. You don't have to be a professional speaker. Those things are not required for your friends or your hostess's friends to have a great time at her jewelry show. So just don't make it about you. It will help you to relax and to have a good time, enjoy the show, and not be quite so nervous. Just focus on serving. Andy Horner tells us on the back of your jewelry show handout that you've gotten, it says you can sell without serving, but you can't serve without selling. So focus on the serving. All right, it's time to get ready for your jewelry show. So before you are leaving, before you're headed out the door, I want you to get 2 things ready. 1 is yourself, and 2 is all the things you need for your jewelry show. So to get you ready, pick out your jewelry. You know, a good number to focus on is the number 7. If you wear at least 7 pieces of jewelry, you're going to look like the jewelry lady. Make sure they coordinate and go well together. If you're struggling with this, again, take pictures and send it to your Premier mom. She would be thrilled to help you with this. Just a rule of thumb, make sure you have earrings on. Are you wearing 1 or 2 necklaces, or maybe a necklace and an enhancer? Do you have a ring on? Do you have maybe 3 bracelets and watch on? So you've got a couple things on this wrist and 1 over here, and you have a ring, a couple of things around your neck and your earrings. You're going to look like the jewelry lady. They will know when they walk in the door, oh, there's the jewelry lady. That's what you want to look like. Your outfit also needs to say that you're the jewelry lady. You need to dress professionally because you're now a fashion professional. I know, I didn't feel like it when I started. I honestly, I could show you pictures. I was scared to death. I probably looked a little frumpy because I was a stay-at-home mom, so my clothing wardrobe had kind of deteriorated from teaching school to stay-at-home mom. So I did have to go out and get a new outfit in order to look professional because I can't wear sweatpants to a jewelry show, and that's kind of what my wardrobe had become. But wear an outfit that says, this lady, I'd take fashion advice from her. It can be very simple. Things to think about avoiding: don't wear a t-shirt to a jewelry show, printed or otherwise. Don't wear your blue jeans or shorts. That can be very unprofessional. Don't wear yoga pants or any other kind of workout wear, which is what my wardrobe was, t-shirt and sweatpants. So again, not really the best thing for me to wear to a jewelry show. Avoid flip-flops, you know, just the annoying little Old Navy kind. Wear a nice sandal or something with a little sparkle or bling to it. If it's wintertime, wear a closed-toed shoe, not your tennis shoes. People do look at that. Those are finishing touches. You also want to pay attention to details because you're in a detail business. How does your hair look? Is it kept well? Is it clean? Is it styled nicely for you? And I had to work on that for a little while too. Girl, you'll get there. These are things that we want to work on. And believe me, any jewelry lady you ask, no matter how beautiful and put together you think she is, she probably still thinks there's room for improvement in her look. Just don't get caught up in that. You are beautiful inside, and know that as you put your look together, you're beautiful outside too. But pay attention to those details. Do you have a little makeup on? If nothing else, add a little mascara and a little bit of lipstick or lip gloss. Just that finishing touch makes a difference and makes you look professional. Pay attention to other details too, like make sure, because you're going to be nervous, that you've taken care of deodorant, a breath mint, or some gum, something like that. So just details you want to make sure you're prepared for and think about. All right, we're going to look in the mirror and we're going to go, I would take a fashion advice from you, and you're going to feel great about your show and about yourself. Now, let's get ready with all of your supplies. We're going to pack up everything we need for your display. So have you put your jewelry in the trays with the neck boards, the bracelet bar, the ring sizer? Do you have the picture showing you how to set up My Premier Boutique from Premier? Do you have all your jewelry there? Is it tagged and clean and ready to go? Excellent. Great, great, great. Got that all packed up? Pack a few extra catalogs. Let me tell you, 3 to 5 is enough. You do not have to have a catalog for every guest at your show. You want them to play in your samples. If you have a catalog for everybody, they'll sit down and look at the catalog. If you only have 3 to 5, they'll take turns looking at the catalog, but they'll play in your jewelry, and that is what you want. Do you have everything packed for your show? Just a little shoulder bag works great for me. I'll put my guest folders, my hostess folder, my hostess gift, whatever she's won or I've given her for a hostess incentive, the posters that I'm going to use to talk about the Golden Guarantee and the hostess plan. Pack some extra pins. Just throw a few in a Ziploc baggie. Just a tip, if you buy a strange color like red or purple or green, they won't disappear as quickly. If you buy black or red or black or blue, people tend to put that back in their purse with their checkbook because they don't pay attention to it being not their pin. So buy purple, buy red. Red definitely doesn't get taken. Do you have a door prize or two? Do you have your big money for your sponsoring activity? Do you have everything you need for your booking activity, including your diamond dates? And we're going to talk about those in a second. So we're just making a list right now of what you need to take. Then, do you have everything you need for checkout? Do you have a calculator? That can be on your phone maybe. Do you have some change? At least $30 in change, ones, fives, and some coins. Do you have an extra catalog in your bag stuffed next to your calendar so that you can look up numbers and show extra pieces? Kind of reserve that so that you're not asking somebody else for one of your catalogs to check on something. If you're accepting credit cards, do you have your credit card processing supplies, like a square to plug into your phone? Do you have a pin with your calendar? Do you have your calendar? Very important. Hostess packets. Be prepared for the ladies that are going to book at your show. Take 3 and expect 3 at every show. Do you have opportunity brochures to give out? Okay, I think you're packed. I think you're ready. So now it's time to arrive at the hostess's house. I plan to arrive at her house 30 to 40 minutes ahead of time. That gives me enough time to set up and get my jewelry display the way I want it and not be hurried and not be stressed and be able to visit a little bit with my hostess before her jewelry show. When I walk in the door, a few things that I'm careful of. Can I get in the door in one trip? That's really important as a jewelry lady. You don't need 6 bags of props and things to get in the door. So if you can get in one trip, you're probably packed up just about right. That's going to get a little more important as you get a little further along as a jewelry lady. So I want to gather everything, walk up to her door and ring her doorbell. I want to look quickly as I'm greeting her. Oh, hey Marissa, thank you so much for having me into your home today. I'm so excited about your jewelry show. I glance at her feet. Does she have her shoes on or off? Oh, she has her shoes off. Would you like me to take my shoes off at the door? No, not a problem. Okay, I'm not going to mess with it. But I'm careful about that. I've walked into someone's home with white carpet. Take your shoes off. If you walk in and it's raining, slip your shoes off, or in the snow and things like that, slip your shoes off. It's just common courtesy. compliment her. Look around the house. Oh my gosh, I love your window treatment. That is so cute. I really know most of the time I'm walking in the door and she's stressed. She's thinking about that friend that just canceled on her and she's so upset because she went to her Paper Chef show. Or she's thinking about the thing baking in her oven that's just not baking like she thought it would. She's a little, okay, so calm her down, compliment her, encourage her. This is that moment where you can just take your eyes off of how nervous you are about the show and put them on her. Focus on her, help her to calm down, and look forward to this jewelry show. I'm going to walk in. I'm going to have already discussed this with her at Hostess Coaching, where I'm going to set up. And I, 99% of the time, am not set up where I can stand next to my jewelry table for the jewelry show. And that's okay. That's actually very okay. So I might set the jewelry on the dining room table or the kitchen table. I want to look for adequate lighting. I want to make sure we pull the chairs away so that people can walk all the way around the jewelry table. I want to make sure that it's close to the food, but that the jewelry's the focus, not the food. Okay. Then I also want to scope out a little checkout area that's close to the jewelry table but not on the jewelry table. So I want to be able to step maybe a couple feet away from the jewelry table to do checkout, and I'll go ahead and lay my calendar and my change and things like that out there. Okay, everything's out. I'm going to lay out my visuals for my jewelry show. I feel prepared. I am ready now to start greeting her guests. So when they come in the door, I'm going to usually let her take the lead. My hostesses like to answer the door. If she's busy, I might offer, well, I'll go grab the door. But as soon as they're coming in and she's talked with them just for a second, I'm going to extend my hand. Hi, I'm Sarah, the jewelry lady. And she'll usually tell me her name. If she doesn't, I'll say, and your name is? And she'll tell me. Oh, how do you know the hostess? Oh, we go to church together. Oh, she's my sister-in-law. Great. Have you been to a premiere show before? These are things that calm me down. Again, it's going to calm you down. Just focus on them. Get to know her. If you can learn her name, great. If you're terrible at names, have some name tags and ask her, can I give you a name tag, and have her write her name on a name tag and wear it so that you can use her name during the show. I did that for a long time because I was nervous about my presentation, so I used name tags so that wasn't something I had to focus on. But if you're great at names, learn them and use them. Okay, then I'm going to direct them towards the jewelry. Hey, Julie's over in the kitchen. She's got some snacks out for you. Go on in there and pick out your favorite piece of jewelry and put it on and wear it for the jewelry show. You're thinking, Sarah, I only have 33 pieces in my kit so far. I have 7 of them on. Now you want me to let every guest take another piece off my table? Yes, because the more that jewelry is on people, the more that they're touching it and loving it, just the better it looks. Doesn't it look better on you than it does on your table? Don't worry about that display. Set it up, make it beautiful, but as soon as guests start arriving, get them in that jewelry and playing. Have a mirror out too so they can try things on. But if you tell them to pick out their favorite piece of jewelry, try some things on and pick out their favorite and wear it for the jewelry show, they're going to get into your jewelry and play in your samples. That's what you want. You want them touching and feeling. That's what they can't do with the catalog. So you want them to do that with your samples. Okay, I asked my hostesses to serve her refreshments here. That just keeps the show flowing. If she serves snacks after my presentation, everything stops. And then we eat, and then we have to transition back into shopping. But if we come in, we snack, we visit, and then we go show shopping, it just is smoother. I can get out of the house quicker, and actually my sales are usually a little higher. And my bookings are stronger too, because they haven't focused on what they need to fix in snacks. Okay, it's time to get started. So let's kind of start walking through some elements of the home show. I'm not doing a whole show for you because that's what your sponsor's doing at your training show. But I want to walk through the elements just kind of as a setup, and then also to use as a review after you've seen your hostess do your training show, or your jeweler do your training show. It doesn't have to look like this. I'm going to give you the bare bones, and then you can get creative. But for your first few shows, why not just copy this? This works. This is my show. This is how I've done shows for years and years and years, and I really don't change it. This is really how I do shows. I might change a visual. I might change what I'm giving away. I definitely change the jewelry I show, but the structure of my show is exactly like this. This is how I do it. Okay, so let's get started. Time to get the show on the road. So I'm going to go into the to the dining room by the jewelry table and say, girls, everybody that's in their seat in about a minute is going to get an extra $500. I'll start handing out $500 bills in the living room. So grab your piece of jewelry, get your snack, and come on in. Now I keep kind of doing this the last minute or two to make this fun. You want to start your show on time. There are going to be some times when the hostess will say, oh, my sister-in-law is still on her way. I know she's coming. I still have 3 more ladies coming. You want to agree with her. Oh, that's wonderful. I can't wait to meet them. You know what? We're just going to do a little bit of preliminary, play a little game. So when they get here, I'm sure it'll be just in time for the jewelry. I'm going to agree with her and then continue to direct things toward the jewelry show. Now, you don't want to be pushy if you do find yourself with a hostess that's saying, no, you need to wait for my sister-in-law. Wait for her sister-in-law. It is her home, and it's okay for you to go with her. But you can try that, agree with her, and then direct her into, we're just going to play a little game here at the beginning. She'll get here just in time to see the jewelry, I'm sure. We'll catch her up. Okay, so I'm going to keep doing that. Okay, girls, 30 seconds. Do you have your jewelry? Come on into the living room. Oh, Marissa's already in her seat. I'm going to give her $1,000. And that starts just making it fun and getting them to come in and sit down. Diva dollars are available on the Premier Incentive site, or you can just run in and grab some money out of your Monopoly game. That's fine. Whatever you need to do, or print something off on the computer, or you can go to the dollar store and get a roll of tickets and give tickets instead. Okay, just something fun to give away. All right, so we've gotten everybody to come in and sit down. I've given out $500 bills to everybody that's here. Now it's time to do an icebreaker or an introduction and get your show going. Start it with a strong opening statement. It might sound something like this. Ladies, I am so glad you're here tonight for Marissa's Premier Jewelry Show. We are going to have so much fun playing in Premier's beautiful, affordable, versatile jewelry line. Who's been to a Premier Jewelry Show before? Raise your hand. Oh, good, let me give you $500. What was your favorite part? Oh, how you can wear that necklace so many ways. I love that too. Let me give you some more money. Okay, who has never been to a Premier show before? Oh, let me give you some money too. Great. Well, let me just set you up. We're going to have a blast. Are you ready? Let's go. So do you see how we kind of set the mood for the room? I want to make sure that they are having a good time. It helps me relax. Again, I know my first jewelry show, I was doing this all with note cards in my hand, shaking. Who has never been to a Premier show before? Okay, it's going to take practice and you're going to get good at this. But this is what you're going to work towards, okay? So now I want to introduce myself. My name is Sarah. I have been a Premier Designs jewelry lady for a week, you might say. And I'm so excited to be a jewelry lady because this is allowing me to give up substitute teaching and stay home more with my little ones. That's exactly why I started Premier. You might say, I started Premier just to make some extra fun money. Or I started being a Premier jewelry lady to pay down a couple of credit card bills, or to send my kids to private school, or because I wanted to drive a nicer car. Whatever your why is, say it right there. Introduce yourself. Then give them permission to watch you. Girls, if what I'm doing looks easy, it really is. I just started, and this is so easy. We've got training videos that show you exactly how to do everything. So watch me. If you could play in jewelry and drink some iced tea, you could probably be a jewelry lady too. Plant a little seed, a little sprinkle there. Now, let's hand out our hostess folder and our guest folders. So you have your guest folders you've gotten ready from the previous video. Hand those out to everybody. Hand out some ink pens. And then I make a big to-do about my hostess. I have a very special folder for my hostess. You might get out a clipboard or go buy a little on sale 15 cents right now, cute hot pink or purple folder to put this in. I'm just using something I already had. So Marissa, come on up here. Let me give you your special folder. Girls, I know that you're going to be so excited about all the jewelry today, but what I want to point out is Marissa's folder does not have an order form in it. It's very special because she gets all of her jewelry for free and half price. So here's your folder, and you can flip that over and write all over the back of that all the things that you want at your jewelry show. And here is your cute little bracelet that you won for hosting a show with me. Thank you so much. Okay, everybody look at her bracelet, and then you can have a seat. Oh, and I'm going to let her pass out the Diva dollars today. So Marissa, any time that someone oohs and ahs over the jewelry, or if they laugh at my jokes, give them some extra money, okay? Give them $500 more. So then that job gets handed off and I don't mess with it anymore. All right, one thing I will point out, I do not use catalogs to hand out to every customer, because if I give them a catalog, they're going to look at it and not pay attention to me. And I need them to pay attention especially to the Golden Guarantee, to the Hostess Plan, and to the Business Opportunity. And I want them to enjoy me showing them some versatility with our jewelry. So I do not get catalogs out until after my jewelry show presentation's over. If someone says, oh, do you have a catalog? I go, yeah, I'll get that in a few minutes. I even will sometimes kind of snag the hostesses' catalogs and kind of keep them under wraps. Not that I'm being stingy with them, but I want them to play in my jewelry samples. You invested into jewelry samples for a reason, so go ahead and encourage that. And again, agree with them, but keep on track for what you want to do. Yeah, I'll get those out in a minute. So my catalogs are in my show folder, and I don't get them out until after the jewelry show. Just wanted to say that. Okay, we've got the introductions going. I love to play a little icebreaker game right here. And sometimes I'll use my phone, and sometimes I'll just ask the ladies in the show. Kind of depends on their age and whether I see all of them with their smartphones in their hand. This is how I do it if I don't see phones. Okay, girls, I want to meet you too. Will you tell me your first name and tell me what you love most about our hostess, Julie, today? What I love most about Julie is when I came in the door, she made me feel like I was in a part of her family, like I was just at home. She is so hospitable. Do you girls feel that too? Yeah, and I'm going to compliment her and then get it going. So everybody tell me your name and what you love most about Julie. It just helps build her up a little bit too. And I think everybody kind of likes to be the princess that night, so that's helping enrich your hostess's life. Now, if I see smartphones everywhere, everybody's got their cell phone out, I'll say, girls, got a little game for you, okay? You want to earn an extra $500? Grab your smartphone, flip your style guide over. Do you see my cell phone number on the back? Okay, I want you to shoot me a text. Tell me what you love most about our hostess, Julie, okay? Now, keep it short, text, right? 140 characters. No, like 15 characters. Shoot me a text, tell me what you love most about her, and then make sure and put your name on the bottom of it so I know who to give the Diva dollars to. And then that's when I will get into the Golden Guarantee. While they're sending a text, I'll say, I've got my phone ready. As soon as they start coming in, I'll read them. And Julie, if it makes you smile, or if you go, aw, give them money, all right? The reason I want you to send me a text, because I want you to put my number in your phone. I want you to save me as Sarah the Jewelry Lady, because Premier has a Golden Guarantee on all of their jewelry. And this is how it works. Premier stands behind every piece of jewelry that's sold. If there's a manufacturing defect, and that excludes normal wear and tear, detected within the first 60 days of ownership, Premier will replace it at no charge. If there's a manufacturing defect after 60 days, there will be a $5 service charge plus tax for each item returned. So that means if a stone fell out of that bracelet that you're wearing and it's only been a few weeks, you get on the phone, you shoot me a text or you give me a call and let me know so I can send it back to Premier. Even if it's been 2 or 3 years and you look down and a stone's come out or a clasp breaks, you call me and we'll replace it for you. Isn't that great? Now, what does normal wear and tear mean? I like to talk to you about that just like it was a pair of shoes. Maybe I ran down to Dillard's, TJ Maxx, and bought a great pair of sandals to start the summer out. Now, when I'm wearing them, if I'm careful with them, meaning I don't jump in the pool with my sandals on, I don't get in the shower with my sandals on. I don't work out in my sandals. I don't do gardening in my sandals. These are for going out. That's why I wear them. I might wear them to work, to church, to go to the grocery store. That's where you wear your jewelry. Don't jump in the pool with your jewelry on. Don't jump in the shower with your jewelry on. Well, my jewelry should wear like a great pair of sandals. I might wear those for several seasons if they're occasional sandals. Same thing with your jewelry. If they're occasional, you might get years and years and years and years of wear out of them. If it's your favorite and you wore it every day all summer long, how do those sandals look the next summer? Not as good. That's normal wear and tear. Same thing on your jewelry. So that's what you can expect out of your Premier High Fashion jewelry. It's like a great pair of shoes. So take care of it and you'll have it for a long time. Is that a nice comparison? I learned that several years ago from someone else, and everybody seems to really understand when I compare our fashion jewelry to another fashion accessory like shoes and how we should care for it. So that's covering your golden guarantee. That's one of the first elements of your jewelry show. So now everybody's been sending me texts and I start reading them. Jenna said that she loves Julie because she makes fabulous brownies. Well, I haven't tried them yet, but I'm sure they're great. Give her money. So-and-so likes Julie because, she says that she's the best friend and always listens to her, even when all she's doing is whining. Oh, I have friends like that too. Builds her up. So a little bit of an icebreaker game. Okay, time to get started now on the next part of your jewelry show. And that is going to be the jewelry. Are we excited? I'm going to give you a few tips. I'm not going to do a jewelry show. You will need to play with your Premier Boutique with your sponsor. There are lots and lots of videos online to learn how to show the jewelry that's current now. What I would show you today will change in 3 to 6 months depending on the season. So I'm not going to show you jewelry, but let me give you a few tips. When you're doing your jewelry time, this is the most important reason why most people came to the jewelry show. They want to see the jewelry. So this changes constantly, but there are some things you can focus on. One is versatility. Anytime that you can show a piece of jewelry and how it can be worn 4 to 5 ways. For instance, who knows, this piece may be retired by the time you watch this video. Right now it's new. It's called Clementine. And it has an enhancer on it that I can't remember the name of because it's so new, and I took the tag off. So that wouldn't be good. I would need to look at that before I came out. Yeah, and it's not showing it in this versatility. But you can even look in your catalog. This is exactly what will come up if you scan the little QR code reader on this necklace, and it shows all the versatility, all the ways that you can wear that piece of jewelry. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's called the Posy Pin. Thank goodness. There it is, showing how you can wear it together with other pieces. So if you have maybe 3 to 5 looks that you show, you can show it many different ways. You can show it on yourself. I'm wearing black. That would be a great top. This top is a wonderful one if I'm going to be modeling myself. So I would take this off and show them different ways to wear it. You can also bring your hostess up or a guest, and maybe you've put a little jewelry on her and you can show off her jewelry on her neck and show a little versatility, and then let her take a walk of fame. So you can use live models. Your hostess definitely needs to be in Premier jewelry. Before the show starts, make sure she's wearing something that she likes. Don't put her in something huge. And at my training show, I would have picked the tiniest, smallest thing. So you do need to let your Premier sponsor help you pick it out. It can't be the tiniest, smallest thing. But when she's just the hostess, that's what she loves, that's what she needs to be in, okay? So let her put some things on that she likes. Marissa picked this bracelet out that she loves. It's Instaglam, isn't that fabulous? And our Keep It Personal necklace. And then she has on some cute little earrings. But that's going to be a great way for her to model. Another tip that you could use is just using a nice hanger with a t-shirt. I know you may see that your sponsor has a mannequin, or you might see that at training. That's not necessary. You need to make sure that you're making money with Premier. Until you have made money, you've made back your investment, and you have made additional funds on top of that to meet your why, it wouldn't be very wise to just start spending more money. You need to make sure you've got shows on your calendar and that you're going to be able to pay off what you invested to start. So don't go out and buy a mannequin. Don't go out and buy all of those things that you think that you have to have because your sponsor has them. Nope. I did not have a mannequin for over a year with Premier, and I didn't have the nice formed one until about, I think it was about 6 or 7 years ago. I won it at a training. So I had like Amy, the one that's flat that you can get from the incentive store, for years. So those things aren't necessary. You can do this, and you can model on live people. You can use the neck stands that came with your Premier boutique. That works just fine too. But how about this? Do you have a black t-shirt in your closet? Hopefully in your closet, because we're not supposed to wear a t-shirt to a show, right? But how about this? If I wanted to show a necklace, then this works just fine. That little piece on the hanger will help you show that. Then you could layer another piece over the top. See, this works just fine to model. You do not have to have all of those extras. But choose some way to model your jewelry. You don't want to just hold it up. Hey girls, this is a beautiful piece. It would look great on you. Put it on someone. Take your necklace off and put this on yourself, or put it on a model, or have her wear it at the jewelry show, or put it on your little hanger. Those are just great tips to help you. Pass your jewelry around too after you've modeled, because ladies want to touch it and feel it, and that's where it's going to be important that you have a tag on everything so they can see the price and make notes. All right. We've done your jewelry presentation. You can also mention a little style tip from your style guide. This just always makes you sound professional. You can look in here. Girls, you can take this with you, and inside it's going to tell you all of the colors that are hot for fall. Now you sound so fabulous. There's just lots of things that they can take home there in that style guide. So mention something there. Gives you a little more professionalism. We've come to my favorite part of the jewelry show. So I'm going to transition. I've shown some jewelry, and I'll say, girls, how many of you have a wish list that's a little long? Raise your hand. Okay, give them extra money. Me too. I came to a jewelry show and there was more that I liked than what I could buy. It happens. It happens to everybody. Okay, I need a volunteer. Marissa. I don't pick my hostess. I know she's everything today. That's because I'm at home by myself, so I'm just using my pretty girl. This is Marissa, my youngest daughter. She's 15. I know, gonna be a sophomore. Isn't she pretty in her jewelry? She's been my videographer too. So anyway, and she's one of my Ys. So I just thought I'd just show her to you. The other Ys in studying, because she's gonna be a senior, and they already gave her homework before school even started. All right, so Marissa, did your wish list get a little long?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I saw, I think you have like 7 or 8 pieces over there on your wish list that you love. That's okay. We're going to pretend, and I'm going to give you some money for helping me. We're going to pretend that you've decided to host a Premier Jewelry show. Okay? So from all the jewelry that everybody's wearing, all that they've passed around, or you can even tell her, run into the jewelry table to do this. We're going to show you what you've won at your show. Guess what? You have a $500 jewelry show. Good job. $500 is an average size show. So from that, you get 30% of all of your orders in free jewelry. So that's a $150 shopping spree. Okay, I want you to pick out 5 pieces that you love. Just grab them real quick and hold on to them. Just pick 5. 1, 2. Oh, she's an earring girl. Ooh, necklace. 3. Oh, I know that one's together. That's okay, just drape it. 2 more. 4, a ring. Oh, she likes it all. And a bracelet. 5. Check it out. Okay, do you also like the things you're wearing? Mm-hmm. Great, because you won a $50 gift card, because when we held your show on the original date, some of your friends couldn't make it. That happens, but you had $100 in pre-sales. So you won your necklace and earrings, a $50 gift card. Excited? Then you also won another $50 gift card because 3 of your friends said, oh my gosh, I'm going to have a show too. And so you won your bracelet there and probably a little clip-it to help you with your long necklaces, you think? You now have a $250 shopping spree. Check her out. Everything she's wearing and all of the jewelry in her hand. That's what a typical hostess wins in free jewelry. About 7, 8, 9 pieces of jewelry. Are you excited? Isn't that fun? Wouldn't that be worth having a few friends over and fixing a plate of brownies or chips and salsa? It doesn't matter. Little iced tea. You like iced tea. If that did not finish off your entire wish list, or maybe you just want to get started on holiday shopping, you can get up to 8 items half price on top of all your free in that tray at half price. Isn't that great? Okay, good job, Marissa. And I give her a hand. Go ahead and lay the jewelry back down, and I'll give you $1,000. And then immediately from there, I'm going to go into my booking activity. This is what you need to practice the most. Do you know why? Because right now, you have shows on your calendar, hopefully, that you've called and you've asked friends, you've asked family to help you out. What I want you to do is when you're sitting there in the room with all of their friends and their family that maybe you don't know, maybe you know half of the room, but the other half wouldn't have been people you would have asked because you didn't know them. I want you to be able to get 3 bookings from every single one of your quick start shows. Okay, I don't want you to have to be constantly on the phone, constantly asking your friends and family to do jewelry shows for you. Do you know what? There have been a handful of times only in my 16 years with Premier that I've ever had to go to family and friends and say, I need your help. They happen. It happens. When I had Marissa, I had had 10 weeks of the bed rest and then maternity leave that I wasn't doing jewelry shows. I had shows on my calendar, but then she tried to come a little early. So I ended up on about a month and a half of bed rest before she came, and it devastated my calendar. I lost everything that I had on my calendar. I had to go back to friends and family and start over. Not my favorite place to be, but it worked. They did. It had been like 10 months since I started, so they were willing to help me start again. There have been a few times when I've lost a lot off my calendar, or I've just kind of taken a little bit of a break and not worked as hard, and I had to go back to friends and family and say, would you help me out? I need a hand. I need an extra show or 2 this month. But for the most part, I'm at 16 and a half years with Premier. I'm very, very close to 1,750 jewelry shows. I don't have that many family and friends. Those have come from doing this, getting my bookings from my jewelry show. So this is one of the most important parts of your jewelry show, what you're going to do. You cannot wait until you've done 3 or 4 shows to practice this and use it and get good. You have to do it from the beginning. So you need to practice ahead of time. Practice with your sponsor. Practice with, again, the dog, the 3 kids, and 2 teddy bears. You need to practice this. This is fun. This is a game. Okay? That's how we're going to approach it, and you're going to have fun. You're just the gamer right now. This is where you want to be. You've just made them very excited about free jewelry, and then you say, girls, we're going to play a game. And I've just gotten a pair of dice. You can, again, go raid the Monopoly box and get a pair of dice. You don't have to have sparkly ones, but I got these from the auto section, the ones that hang in your rearview mirror. So not very much here, $1, and you can have this, or just go get them out of your games. We're going to play a game. It's called Ring, Bling, Cha-Ching. Okay? I'm going to ask you if you want to play my game and roll my dice. If you decide to play and roll my dice, you win 3 things. Are you ready? Number 1, you win an extra 2,000 Diva dollars. Yay! You're probably going to win the door prize. Okay, Diva dollars. Number 2, you win me. At your house or your office or my house, wherever, I have jewelry, we can travel, and you get to win all of the free jewelry. Like Julie's winning tonight, like I just showed you that Marissa could win when she hosts her show, okay? So, Diva dollars, free jewelry, and me. The 3rd thing has to do with the dice. The 3rd thing that you win depends on what you roll. If you roll an odd number, ring, you get to choose a fun little stretch ring. And you could have a couple of these that you show from the incentive store, or you could just print the picture off of what's current on the incentive store and order it for them once they book. It's okay, whether you have it or you have a picture. Or you can just go pick up a few door prizes, a few giveaways from our incentive store, or goodness, from the sale rack at Kohl's. It doesn't matter. But something that they cannot buy at the show. This needs to be an exclusive thing. So that's why I like to use Premier Incentives. It's inexpensive, and I can just pick. My first thing is odd numbers, and I'm using a stretch ring right now. If you roll even numbers, you win bling, a little arm candy here. You get to choose, you get to win a charm bracelet, and you can choose silver or gold, and I'll pass these around and let them look. Ooh, don't we love them? Okay, odd as a ring, even as a bracelet. What happens if you roll doubles? Cha-ching! You win a bracelet and a ring, and me, and the free jewelry, and an extra 2,000 diva dollars. Who wouldn't want to play? Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to start the dice. I'll probably just start them with Marissa. She was so much fun. And I do usually do that because most of the time, whoever I was careful to pull up here that was having fun, making eye contact with me, smiling and loving all the jewelry, she's probably going to book a show. So I want to start with her and get it started well. I'm going to start these over here with Marissa. And Marissa, when I hand them to you, you just decide, do I want to roll? If you do, roll the dice. If you don't, pass them to the next person. Okay? All right, so Marissa, I'm going to start them with you. Would you like to roll? Oh, good. Roll the dice. Let's see what she won. Oh, 7. Odd number. You win a ring. Yay. Pass it to the next person. Okay, now the dice are going to be asking the person. Some of them are going to say no thank you or pass them on real quick. That's okay. Just let the dice go around the circle and just kind of keep encouraging. But when somebody stops and holds them, okay, Marissa, grab the dice again and pretend you kind of go, I don't know. I'm going to just smile and be really quiet because her friends on either side, when she goes, oh, I don't know, they're going to go, oh, you do it. I'll come. Let them talk her into it. You don't need to. Just be still. Just wait for it to happen. This game will just play itself out once you get it started. Okay? Can you do that? You can do this. I want you to rewind this video and I want you to watch that little part again and then I want you to practice it. You can do this. So now everybody has either passed or played on that game. Then I'm going to go back to their folder and say, okay girls, now that we've played our little game, inside your folder, there's a guest survey. Pull that out. Skip down to question number 2. And it says, would you like free and half-price jewelry for hosting a fashion show for your friends? Okay, those of you that roll the dice, check yes, and tell me whether you want a ring or a bracelet or you want them both. Okay, now there's 2 other boxes. There's a maybe. Oh, Sarah, I'm thinking about it. I just haven't decided yet. It's okay, check maybe. Or no thank you, I don't like free jewelry. Don't ever come to my house. I'll just buy it all that I want today from Julie's show. That's okay too. Walk them through this survey. Did you see what I just did? Pull this out. Let's fill out this together. Just like a teacher doing the work with her students. You're going to go through number 2. Okay, set that aside. And then we'll go on to the next thing. Okay? Also, that was plan A and plan C for bookings. You need a plan B too. Plan B helps you keep your calendar under control. So what I like to use, we call diamond dates. And mine are so fancy. No, they're not. They're premier gift boxes, and I've put my next 3 dates on the lids of the boxes. And then inside, I've written a discount. And it's going to be 10, 15, and 20% off. Not a real big discount, but what I'll say is, oh, girls, those of you that just decided to play, or maybe you're still thinking about it. Do you see these out on my coffee table here? What I want you to do is look at those dates first, because if you choose one of my next 3 dates, you get a discount. You get to shop with that coupon tonight. So if you want a coupon tonight to use at Julie's show, pick one of those dates, and you can look inside the lid and see what the discount is. Of course, I have the bigger discount on the closer dates. Okay, so now we have plan A, play your sponsor or your booking game. Plan B, have some diamond dates out. And plan C is using your guest survey. And we're going to finish with that at checkout. And then we'll talk about that in a second. Okay, last part of our show that we have to cover in order to have all of our elements of the show. We have covered our golden guarantee. We've shown the jewelry. We're doing a booking activity. And now our sponsoring activity. Okay, so I need one more volunteer. Let's see, I haven't used Marissa yet. Poor Marissa, she's doing great. Marissa, we're going to pretend that you needed to make a little extra money. If you had an extra $500 this month, what would you do with it?
Let's give it up to a car.
Oh, save for your car. Smart girl, that one. All right, so you're saving up for a car. An extra $500 would go a long way each month, wouldn't it? Okay, so let's see. We could run out to the mall and get her a little retail job. Let's say they paid you $10 an hour. That's pretty good, right? So you might go work 6 hours on Monday and make $60. Oh, you don't get paid on Monday. Go out Tuesday and work 6 hours and make $60. I'll hold it, it's not payday yet. And then go out on Thursday again and work 6 more hours and make another $60. You would have worked 18 hours this week to make $180, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not going to work real well if you're, out trying to make some extra money. You've got a full-time job, right? Going to school. Okay, so this is just part-time. Let's look and see how much quicker we could make money with Premier instead of with this little money with a part-time job. Let's say this week you wanted to work only 3 hours. So you went out on, what day do you want to work this week? What works for you?
Tuesday.
Tuesday works? Okay. You had a $400 jewelry show. You get paid Tuesday night. There's $200 to make 50%. That's adding up quicker already, isn't it? You've worked 3 hours and you've already made more money than you did working 18 at that part-time job. So you're done for the week, 3 hours. Cha-ching! Okay, the next week you went out and worked just one jewelry show. Which night do you want to work?
Thursday.
Thursday this week. It was a $600 jewelry show, so you made $300. The average jewelry show you make about $250. So every couple times you go out, you should have made about $500. Now you could be done for the month, just 2 jewelry shows, and you met your goal. But she'd like to drive a nicer car, so that third week you were too busy. Okay, it was midterms and you had too many papers due. But while you were out studying at McDonald's, Pizza Hut, everybody's out at Pizza Hut studying. Some of the girls were looking at the jewelry catalog, and you sold $200 worth of jewelry while you were out having pizza. Pretty cool. Made $100. Paid for your pizza and then some. And you didn't really even work. Fourth week though, you went out and you had a blowout show. You had an $800 show. Are you excited? Mm-hmm. You made $400. Wow. Okay. Marissa, at this point, you've done 3 jewelry shows. Let's say that all the work involved in them, you put 4 hours in, okay? That's 12 hours. Mm-hmm. Plus, you showed a little bit more jewelry, maybe an hour there while you were, maybe 15 minutes. Okay, let's be generous. 12, 13 hours you've put in this month. How much money have you made?
$1,000.
Wow. Man, if you were saving up for that car, that would go quick, wouldn't it? That was like 1 month. Mm-hmm. Wow, in 12 months you could have a $12,000 car. Woo, awesome. Now girls, Marissa may be going, okay Sarah, that makes me kind of curious. What you're going to do as soon as you sit down is you're going to go right here to question number 3. Okay, so let's give her some extra Diva dollars for helping me. Give her a hand and you can have a seat. Everybody pull out this little guest survey one more time. Go to question number 3. It says, how curious are you about the extra money that can be made by being a Premier jeweler? Marissa might be 5. She's holding that $1,000 and it felt pretty good. Tell me more. I want to hear more today. Let's go to Starbucks. Or give me the packet. I want to read it tonight. Maybe you're like 0. Oh my gosh. I think I would rather pass a kidney stone than sell Premier jewelry. Okay, well that's okay. Or girlfriend, I have so much money, I don't even know what to do with it. Car, credit card debt. I don't need money. Circle 0. That's fine. That is not a problem. Be honest with me. I really appreciate it. And I'm kind of silly there because I really want them chuckling and laughing, because then it lightens the room up and they'll be honest. Now, I only do this on a guest survey and let it be private because I don't know if Jane might be sitting next to her mother-in-law that sells another product, or Sue may be sitting next to her boss and she's wanting to stay home and so she doesn't want to tell her boss. So let this be private. This is not something that you're going to go, would you like a packet? Would you like a packet? Let this be private. Okay, then underneath, girls, tell me if you want more information about it or if you want a packet to send home with a friend. So I'm going to go over that. Now, that's all the elements of your show. So now you need to set up your checkout time. You want to finalize and get ready for shopping time. So I'm going to, right from there, I've done question 2 and 3 on my survey. I'm going to say, okay, girls, go up to the top and tell me what you liked most. Did you like that you could try on my jewelry? Did you like the versatility? Did you like the fashion tips from the style guide? Or you could just write in all of it, that's fine. Tell me what you like, then fill out all at the top with your information, your cell and email and how you like to be contacted, and then your hostess tonight is Julie, not me, okay? She gets free jewelry. I'm the jewelry lady, she's the hostess. Okay, and then I'm gonna collect these. If I walk through these as I do my show, they're filled out completely. And this is what I say. This has to be filled out completely in order to go in my drawing. As soon as you have it filled out, hold it up and I'll pick them up and do a drawing. Then I've picked out a little 99-cent item from the incentive store, and that's what I give away as a drawing. Sometimes I get here and I've forgotten to bring drawing things, and then I'll give somebody free shipping, which costs me $4, so I'd rather get a $1 item from the incentive store. Or go by Hallmark, or go by the Target dollar bins, or Michael's has dollar bins, and find some cute stuff there. It doesn't have to be ordered. You can go find some cute little giveaways to give away at your show. But this door prize is worth it because you're going to get the filled out surveys. Okay, so give me your surveys. Okay, now count up how many diva dollars you have. And the richest diva is going to get the door prize, the first door prize. Then I am quickly fanning these out and getting ready to have my hostess draw one. Give a door prize. Then I'll say a couple things. Girls, I get catalogs out and take those into the jewelry table. So you take the jewelry you were wearing, put it in on the jewelry table, look around a little bit more. When you've tried on everything on my table, you can grab a catalog and shop too. You can order today by writing a check. Make it to Sarah Capehart. You can pay with cash. I've brought a little change with me. Or if you're accepting credit cards, you can say, or I can accept Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and American Express. So when you have made your final selections, then bring that to me and I'll help you with the tax and shipping, and we'll get that taken care of. Okay, thanks for coming. And then I give away door prizes and we get in there to shop. My jewelry show, I really shoot for 30 minutes or less. So if you start having too many notes from what you've just done, cut a little bit of it out. They want to hear the jewelry, and you have to cover the golden guarantee, the hostess plan, and you have to do a sponsoring activity. If you've done those things and you've shown the jewelry and then you provide good customer service, you've done a jewelry show. So that might look like just sitting around the table with a few girlfriends over lunch, and it's short and sweet. It might look like a house full of women and you really are standing or sitting on another chair next to them and doing a presentation. But if you've covered those things, you've done a jewelry show. All right, let me pause and we're going to finish up with our last section on what to do now. You have done your first jewelry show, so now it's time for fun. We're going to have a lot of fun as you go back to the jewelry table with your guests and play in the jewelry with them. But before you do that, as soon as you've put some catalogs on the table, you have these surveys in your hand. Here's what I want you to do. I designed them so that everything you want to respond to is down the left side of this paper. So you've got yes, maybe, and I'd like information about it that you can see right there. So quickly, I'm going to go through these and go yes, yes, maybe, no, 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 and I'm going to sort them. So I'm going to put all the yeses and maybes out here so that I can fan those out in my checkout and I can respond to everybody. Anybody that's circled a 2 or above on my curiosity here, I'm going to talk to them about giving information to them. I'm going to respond and take care of this. So I'm set at checkout, and I have moved over to the jewelry table. I've got the maybes and things fanned out here so I can see who I'm working with and who I want to focus on. I'm going to keep working at the jewelry table until the girls are ready to start checking out. So I'm going to go to the jewelry table and show them another piece that can have a necklace removed from it and made into a bracelet, all the versatility stuff. Okay, I'm going to keep working my catalogs. If someone's looking at a piece, I'm going to flip in the catalog. A great tip, on the full page spread with that necklace, you can see other things that go with it. So you could show her a bracelet that matches even if you don't have it on your jewelry table. So work your table, enjoy that time with her. This is not the time to go sit and eat a brownie. In fact, I did in the beginning have snacks with my guests. That's a really quick way to grow as a jewelry lady, not in the way you want to, okay? So I just don't snack at my hostess's house 99% of the time. I will accept a drink if they're offering me lemonade or iced tea or water, but I really don't usually snack because I don't have time. My job's not over. I'm not done, sit back and accept checks. I want to go play in the jewelry with them, and I want to talk to them, and I want to listen a lot so I can see what I hear. Okay, somebody's ready to check out. Oh great, step over here, and I'm going to have my calculator ready. I just use my phone, and I love a little app called Checkout Helper. It's available on iPhone or iPad or iPod, if you want to snag your kid's iPod if you don't have an iPhone, and it will do the sales tax and shipping for you, or just use one of your sales tax charts. So I'm going to figure out her order. While I'm doing that, I'm looking at her guest survey. Oh, Joanne, I noticed that you checked that maybe you would be interested in having a jewelry show. Tell me, what month were you thinking? Notice I didn't ask her if she wanted to. I just asked her, what month were you thinking? Because to me, maybe just means I haven't figured out one of the details yet. So she's going to say something to me, and now I know what what I'm dealing with. She might say, well, I'm moving right now, or I'm in the middle of a remodel, or I just moved to town and I really don't know very many people. We're going to a new church, so if you'll give me a few months, great. Well, I'm already dating shows for, and I'll go ahead and move her to that month. I don't say, well, can I give you a call in 2 months? If she says I'd like to maybe think about October or November, great. I'm already setting show dates up in that time. Do you think a Monday or a Friday would be better for you? Do you think a weekend or a weeknight would be better for you? I just move her into a date and say, if we pencil it in, I get to give our hostess credit for it tonight. And so I help turn my maybes into dates on my calendar. Also, if she checked yes, I'll say, oh, did you get to look at those diamond dates? Will one of those dates work for you? I always direct her back to those diamond dates, and I take those over to my checkout stand so that they are sitting right there. You definitely need to look at September 4th because that's my next open date. And I'll ask her, did you look at those first? And kind of put them in front of her and shake my head. And a lot of times she'll take one of my diamond dates. Yay, that's my next open date. It is not crazy to put out a date that's only a week away or even a few days away. With Facebook and texting, it doesn't take long to have a great show anymore. I seriously have had a show that I booked on Thursday night and held on Monday. And she had her pre-sales. Not kidding. So many times our hostesses don't really work on their show until a few days before anyway. So you can do that. You can put out some really close dates. So I'm going to work on those dates. If she says no, then we're going to work through our calendar just like we did in that first video where you're talking about filling your calendar. Oh, okay, those dates won't work. Well, my next opening is Thursday the 25th. Would that work? No? Oh, you need a weekend. Okay, my next weekend I have is Friday, October 3rd. Would that work? Great. And I get her penciled in. Also, I want to work on that question number 3. Oh, I noticed that you circled a 3. Let me send you home with this information, whether she asked for it or not on her survey. I'm going to send this home with her. And it is the We Are Premier brochure, and I've put a little sticker on it. It says, got 12 minutes, well, I haven't printed this over again, got 14 minutes is what it should say now. That can change your checkbook, and I have our OP call me with the password for a prize. And then I have a little scratch off, and underneath it just says a half price item. So I'll send this home with her, and like last night, I had 2 ladies that took this home. One that wanted it for a friend, but she said, yeah, I'll listen to it first. So I'm going to check with her today. And one that circled a 5 and took it home, and so I'm following up with her today. She was excited to listen to the information, so I'm going to follow up with her. But I sent them home with the information, explained the phone call, said give this a listen, and write down the password at the end. I'll call you tomorrow, and we'll see what questions you have, and give me the password, and you can order an item half price. Sometimes I'll even say, if you'd like to go ahead and order the item now, then when I call and get the password tomorrow, I'll verify it, and you get that item for half price, okay? And go ahead and let them order a half price item for listening to this information. Honestly, share Premier. You're not ever talking someone into Premier. You're not trying to sign them up. That's not how it works. Share. Tell them about it. Get the information to them. Let them decide. it might not be for them. They might listen and go, oh, no, I don't think that's for me. Or they might listen and go, oh, yeah, I want to do this too. I know right now as a new jeweler, I understand what you're thinking. I don't know what I'm doing. How could I sponsor someone else? You're exactly right. You don't know how to do it yet. But here's the thing. Premier did not leave any of us with only one person to work with. Yes, you're close to your sponsor, but your sponsor probably has been doing this for several years. At one point, she was a new jeweler too, and she may have signed someone up when she didn't know what she was doing. That's okay. She had a sponsor. So you have someone above you, someone that's working with you, that could be working with you and a new jeweler at the same time and helping you to learn how to sponsor her. That's why we created these videos. You can just walk through this series with her and your sponsor, and you can share Premier with someone. I would hate to think that there was someone at my jewelry show, and because I was worried about me and whether I knew enough or whether I thought I could do a good job as a sponsor, I decided not to share. Sharing is being generous, and I want to be generous and I want to get this information out there. Then it's totally up to her whether or not this could be something for her. I want to help and answer her questions, and I want to help her sign up and be successful. But don't be afraid to share this information with her. So this at checkout is how I work those things. So now, I've worked my survey at checkout. I've taken care of dating shows and getting out information packets. I'm going to finalize her order. I have change with me. I have my cell phone and my Square because that's how I accept credit cards. I also make sure that I have hostess packets right here so that I can go ahead and give her her hostess packet and initially coach her there at the show so that she can get excited and start sharing the catalogs tomorrow at work. I keep with me an extra catalog so that I don't have to go borrow one from ladies that are looking. I've got an extra one tucked in my bag for checkout. Okay, so then I'll tear off the pink copies of the receipt and give her that, mark it paid, and put those in my folder. And now I'm collecting orders. Everybody's done with their orders. They're all either hanging around, and if they're hanging around, quickly add up the sales from the show and tell your hostess how much free she's won so far. You might book another show just from the ladies hanging around. If they're hanging around, they might want to know how much you made that night too. So those are the two things I'm going to add up quickly. This is the closing your show form. This is not my original form. I borrowed this from someone else that shared it. So when you're done with your orders, start picking up a little bit and then pull your hostess over here and say, okay, the retail on your show so far is $483. Now, do you still have anyone else that's wanting to look at the catalog? Okay, you have 2 more people. All right, and who are they? And in that section, I'm going to jot down who she needs to talk to. Also, we already have 2 bookings from the show tonight. First, you can be your 3rd booking, and you can get that extra $50 gift card. Would you like to maybe do a show closer to Christmas, or maybe in January when the new spring catalog comes out? Excellent, let's get that date set. Or who would you like to follow up with? Help her to continue to get that bonus. Get her pre-orders from her and give her that bonus if she had over $100 in pre-orders and she kept her original date. So you've added all of this up and total where she's at in free jewelry. Sometimes she's ready to close. You can go ahead and pull out the hostess order form, or if you use the app from the same guy that made Checkout Helper, he does Show Closer, or you just use a hostess form. You can add up her free jewelry and finalize and go ahead and get her payment, and you're done. You can go home and submit the order. Or if she's not ready to close yet, very important, it's Tuesday. So let's talk on Thursday and get this wrapped up. Okay, so we can get everybody's jewelry ordered, and it will be able to come in 2 weeks, as we've told everybody at the show tonight. And you set a date and you set a time and close that jewelry show out. Premier asks us to close shows within 2 to 3 days of the time they're held. If you are specific about that, your hostess will close with you. If she's continuing to hold it out, sometimes what I'll say is, hey, that's not a problem. Let's do a second order. Let's go ahead and close this out because Premier asks us to close our shows within 2 to 3 days. And then if you still have those couple of people that are looking at the catalogs, We'll gather those up in about a week and we'll send those in as a catalog show. How's that? Or we'll send it in as an individual order and you can still let her pick another half price item for getting it. Or you can just give her credit, and it really is about the same as a half price item. If you have questions about that, you're welcome to call me. But I close shows. I don't let them hang open if at all possible, because then your guests start calling their hostess, hey, is the jewelry in yet? No, I haven't closed yet. How frustrating. So make sure and close those shows out in a timely manner. 2 to 3 days. Set the time to close out with her. Then be very quick about closing up, getting everything packed up, and leave her with that closing form. Add up the retail, divide by 2, and write that number in there. This is what you would have made as a jewelry lady. And ask her again, have you given any more thought to that? I'd love to help you get started. Be gracious again. Thank her for having you into her home. Compliment her again. Rebook her. Great things to do. Now, in closing out your jewelry show, I like to do this over the phone, but you might need to collect a few catalogs. She might have checks to collect, so you might need to meet. But go ahead and make your arrangements on what you need to do to meet up with her or chat with her on the phone and get everything totaled up, filled into your hostess order form, and it's going to walk you right through it, what to add up, how to know how much free she has, how to figure out her half price items. That form was laid out so that you can walk right down through it, and if you have questions, call your sponsor and she'll help you with that form. Double check where she wants it shipped, because that may arrive while she's away at work. Ask her, should we have it shipped to your work address, or do you have someone that's going to be home during the day where we can ship it? Double check the address. This is something that if it gets taken off the porch after it's delivered, that's not covered under insurance. It's insured until it gets to the hostess's house, and if there's no one there to accept the package, they can leave it on the porch. So we want to make sure that it goes somewhere where someone can accept the package and it won't be left out somewhere. Double check her address. If the address is incorrect and it's delivered to the wrong place because we put the wrong address in, again, that's something that can be our fault, and we're going to have to replace a show. So double check those things. That's going to save you money. Make sure all of your orders are paid for before you submit a show. Don't accept that, oh, she's going to mail me a check on Friday and I'll get it off to you. Okay, I'll go ahead and send the show. Nope. Wait. You need payment. You need to make sure everything's been paid for before you send the orders. We order once orders have been paid for. That's Premier's way of doing business. Now it's time to submit. Get all of your orders, all of your checks, all of your cash, all of your credit cards deposited into your checking account, and then go to the Premier website and place your home show order. Double check that everything is correct according to how it should look. If you have questions about what that bottom line looks like, if you have a $500 show and you owe Premier $470, something's not right, don't hit submit, call your sponsor, okay? But if you have a $500 show and it says you owe Premier $279, you're probably pretty right. That's about right. But double check everything and then print out that final form that shows you how the show broke down and what you've paid to Premier. Now, if you'll add up what you deposited into the bank from all of your orders and you subtract off what you paid to Premier, that's your profit. You've made money. Congratulations. We're going to look ahead in a couple more videos on how to keep great records and make sure that you know you're making money and you're keeping good accounting. I'm so excited for you to do your first show. Are you excited? You can do this. You're going to want to practice several times. You're going to get better and better and better. And in a few months, you could make a better video than this on how to do a jewelry show. I'm excited and I'm proud of you.